Hey now, what's going on, everybody? We are here with IoT Nuggets episode 11. We're into the second decade.
The second decade of Nuggets. I love this.
We're killing it. Mr. Steve Brummer, everybody.
Hello. How you doing, Mr. Doug?
I'm good. And we've got a good topic today. But before we even get into it, I want to mention once again, as we are going to do now at the beginning of all of these nuggets, is that Steve and John from IoT Group are offering a free 30-minute call session to talk about your IoT deployment, your execution plan, and how IoT Group can help you achieve it. So take advantage of that. It's a good way to kind of get on track, do a little discovery, and see what IoT Group can do with you to help you with your strategy. Yep. Having said all that, last episode we talked about the idea of approaching go-to-market with either channel sales or direct sales or both. Well, this week we're talking about the idea of boiling the ocean. And can you do it on your own? Do you really think you can? Because if you think you can, the idea of doing that might be a little bit silly. And talk about what we mean when we say that, Steve.
Well, I mean, IoT still has a lot of parts in order to successfully do something in the space with the end users or the people that the problems you're trying to solve with the customer. And so when you look at, boiling the ocean, who really out there has everything that's needed? I mean, resellers and systems integrators need partners. They need someone who has got the hardware, the software, the platform, the airtime, and connectivity. So there's a lot of parts that need to be addressed to the customer itself. So boiling the ocean, if you think you can, we basically say, yeah, it's really silly. You're not going to be able to do everything for everybody. And so we really recommend that when you start to think about product certification and product listings and platforms and connectivity options and SIM options and multi-IMSI SIM options and platforms, there's a lot out there. And sure, you can try to boil the ocean, but most likely you're going to be frustrated. It's going to take longer for you to get through the POC phase and the deployment phase. So we suggest is give us a call. Let us talk about what you're trying to accomplish. Let's see if we can reduce that time to market or time to deployment and try and figure out what are the parts that are missing. What are you good at? What can you provide? And don't think about boiling the ocean all yourself. Let us help you. Our database or Rolodex of professionals within your organization is deep and wide, and we can help you put it all together.
I mean, it's a pretty simple concept that isn't always so, it's one of those things where common sense ain't always so common. And it's the type of thing where on any scale, even if you're talking about a small mom and pop shop, like me and my wife have built here in the Metro Detroit area, as you're building anything, whether you're going to market with a new IoT strategy, you got to know what to say no to. You got to know what you don't do well, not just what you do well, but if you try and take on everything that might not be your strength, it could be a mess, and it's easy to get swept up in the idea of this deployment and the great solution you think you have. But having somebody that can come in and say, no, here's who does that piece well, here's who you need for that. Don't try and boil the ocean on your own. That's a very valuable coaching opportunity.
Well, it is. And our customers are not dumb. So the end users know that if you've overstepped your capabilities, you're going to be looked at that way. But if you turn around and say, listen, I'm not good at this part of it, and I'm bringing in this group who has been highly recommended and I got referrals for them, then you're going to look like a hero to the customer and you're going to solve the problem with truly the best solutions that are needed.
Absolutely. Well, once again, great information and a great representation of why you fit such a needed niche in this space. And if you are interested in furthering this discussion with IoT Group and you want to find out about what the best ideas would be for your go-to-market strategy and how to do it, take advantage of that free 30-minute call that they're offering. Go to bhiotgroup.com there at the top of the screen. There's a contact page. Fill it out and find a way to continue that discussion. Make sure you subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, follow on LinkedIn, and find some ways to work together and let this firm help you with your IoT deployment.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Doug. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Steve. Great stuff as usual. We'll see you next time on the next episode, which will be about the upcoming shows that are happening in 2021.
Face-to-face, no less.
Face-to-face, exciting stuff.